Brother Jim on the mic tonight, David right there by his side. Got a Bible, got a story, got a nation on our minds. From the river to the front porch, from the farm to the open plain, we still stand up and we still pray in the good old USA. Hear that old bell ring, freedom on the wing. We remember where we came from and we sang Bible Bibs and a prayer. Hands up, hearts there. America we declare, still strong, still fair. Bible Bibs and a prayer. Let it rise through the air. 250 years, we're still here.
Well, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. May I have your attention, please? How you doing today? Allow me to welcome you to Bible Bibs and a Prayer, and hopefully to brighten your day just a little bit. Because it's time, my friends. Yes, time for the best show going on. Sure, that's just my opinion, but you can trust me. Right, David? A man in a cowboy hat. How can you go wrong?
That's right.
Yes, it is time for Bible Bibs and a Prayer. Whether you're driving down the road, sitting at your desk, mowing the lawn, working around your house, organizing your fireworks for that backyard display. Yes, we are grateful you have chosen just to spend a little time with us today. Now, the goal of Bible Bibs and a Prayer is very simple. We just want to talk about God's Word and encourage one another in our faith, share a few laughs, and hopefully leave you a little closer to Jesus than when you first started listening. And most of all, remind you just how blessed you and I are. No matter where you live, no matter where you are listening from, we get it. Life can be hard. The world can be noisy. But there is good news. I wonder why they call it good news. Ah, yes, I know why. God's truth remains the same in a constant changing world where you buy a new phone and 6 months later you're getting a thing to update it. Whether you buy a new car and boom, man, you get the lemon. Oh my, we've all been there. But God's truth remains the same. So grab your coffee, your tea, whatever rocket fuel your body requires this morning, this afternoon, or even the evening. We're glad you're here. So grab your Bible, buckle up, my friends, hold on tight. It's going to be a little bit more of a ride than 8 seconds, I'll tell you that. Let's get ready to hit the road fast and furious. Just like a bottle rocket or a Roman candle blasting out of your hand. Now, disclaimer here, we do not advise you hold a bottle rocket or a Roman candle in your hand. That is for professionals like myself, David. And a little tip, especially the Roman candles, make sure you're holding a Roman candle the right way, because about the first time you're holding it with your hand and you light it and all of a sudden it starts shooting at you, you know you're holding it wrong, David. Been there, done that, my friends. Yes. So I wonder if there's a sale right now on lighters and matches.
Do they print arrows on those things like shooting goes this way or something?
They do, but who reads directions?
That's a good point. Good point.
Yes. Every year I have to look and double check myself. Yes, but and please don't hold your bottle rockets in your hands, and check your fuses to make sure you have time to throw it if you're going to do that, okay? There's a little helpful tip. And no matter what, don't take a bag, put them all together, throw a little gasoline on it and light it, and pray that you're fast enough to outrun. I think every year we see plenty of clips of people who had oops moments, David. Make sure all your fireworks are safely removed from your launch pad. All righty. We are ready for another great day together. This is Bible Bibs and a Prayer, where faith is real, laughter is welcome, and Jesus is always at the center of the conversation. Let's get started, my friends. Hey, folks, what does the Statue of Liberty say when visitors leave? Stay in torch. Why did the hot dog go to the 4th of July party? Because it heard it was buns of fun. Oh, that was real bad.
That's bad.
That's an Eddie joke there. Yes, I love it, brother. And did you hear about the angry firecracker?
No.
He was so mad he exploded. Yes, it's Triple Joke Thursday in honor of America turning 250 years old. Come on, friends, let's turn this from a conversation into an experience. What a blessing, right? We've got the whole barnyard here. Miss Ida Lee, Dan, the chicken man. We got Tom, the turkey, who still is not working too good. I don't know. And, of course, we've got Lynn, the happy monkey or gorilla. And, I couldn't recover from last week's joke about the ape. It was just, I'm not even going to do that anymore. So in saying all that, good morning to you, our friends. Good morning, world. Let us take a moment and thank God for another beautiful day, another breath in our lungs, and another opportunity to grow, to learn, and to try again. Because here on Bible Bibs and a Prayer, we do not just roll out of bed and survive the morning. We start it with gratitude. We start it with good conversation. We start it with a positive energy and a positive attitude, along with some, as you just heard, some questionable jokes. And as an added bonus for our listeners, you get to start your morning with two good-looking and charming individuals. That is what makes it so fun. Now, speaking of good-looking and charming, as well as faithful, it is time to introduce the man of the hour. My co-host and partner in broadcasting, podcasting crime. And again, faithful because he keeps showing up despite knowing exactly what he's getting himself into. He is a man of faith, I got to tell you that. I'm still waiting for his 2-week resignation, but no. He's faithful, my friends. Please welcome my good friend, my partner in crime, back by popular demand, whose favorite line is, I might have you on this one. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug. Do you know what that one's from?
I do.
Okay.
Am I supposed to spoil it for the...
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Tommy Boy,
Tommy
isn't it?
Boy,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug. Maybe we'll try that. There's a challenge for you folks when someone goes to shake your hands that we don't hug around here. Or we don't shake, we hug. Yeah. Takes me right back to the gasoline incident. It's inside jokes, but if you ever watched Tommy Boy, you know exactly what we're talking about. Please welcome the one and only Mr. David Keener, and not just a co-host, but one of my best friends in the whole wide world. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I was just writing this non-descriptive paper. How many G's are there in resignation? No.
No. We would be reduced to a cell phone recording, FaceTime. Oh, yes. No. So how is life treating you today in Keenerville?
It's good. I sent in my hearing aid to get repaired 2 weeks ago, and I've heard nothing since.
Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Oh, man. You got the barbecue ready? Or, excuse me, the Blackstone?
Blackstone? Yeah.
Blackstone.
Well, yeah. I don't know what we're doing yet. Better figure it out here soon. But yeah, we're ready to go. We're always ready to go with Blackstone.
I was going to say, over to Keener House, I'm sure the neighbors are always tempted by the beautiful, wonderful aroma.
I don't know if they are, but I sure am.
Yeah. Yes. I was watching, there's this guy, he does hauling, and he carries it's a hot shot. It's a big dually pickup truck. I mean, He's got a long trailer, so he does, he travels all the time. And he built this real nice, apartment on the back of his truck, so he can sleep in there, cook and everything.
Nice.
And he doesn't eat out. He always brings supplies to cook.
Smart.
Yeah, and he was doing smash burgers the other night there. Now, he was using venison, but yeah. But he lost me as soon as he started cutting up all them onions, and, I was like, buddy, you just ruined a whole smash burger there. But, yeah. The only thing I couldn't help but think of, it's a small area, of course, and you're sleeping in there, you got your grill in there. Probably gets a little smelly.
And if it catches fire, you better get out quick.
Yeah, you better get out quick, exactly. But 2 weeks. You said you're going to the pool a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to try to get the family to the Air Force Museum over in Dayton, too.
Oh, okay.
So
That's cool.
yeah, we enjoyed that last year. I'm going to try not to drive on the Air Force Base this year. 2 years in a row, they may frown on that. So
You're in the system.
I'm already in the system. I don't need to be in the system again.
Great. When I hear ATF knocking on the door, or, I don't know who they would send.
MPs probably.
Yeah.
But no, that's about it. I did buy a attachment for my lawnmower that as of today I haven't got to use yet.
Oh, yeah?
But I got a lawn striping attachment for my mower. We're going to be laying some laser stripes here. Hopefully before the 4th, I hope to get that down there. And yeah.
Now, there is one, Joe and Teresa, who come here to our church. Their daughter, they live out in Indianapolis, and her husband, their son-in-law, he does a patriotic theme in his yard every year.
Yeah.
And they make a video to it, like a patriotic. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I dig those. People go out and they paint and everything. So, yeah.
I'll just be happy if my lines are straight this year. We'll hold off on the patriotic patterns for now.
I've got a mess to get busy now on. My driveway, I had it in such complete, because, out in the country we have gravel. No weeds at all. And David, within these last 2 weeks,
yeah,
weeds everywhere.
Yep.
So all that money in weed killer, gone.
Down the drain.
Gone, yes. But how about you guys? What's going on? You're ready for the 4th? You got your fireworks ready? You got your hot dogs, hot dog buns, sausages, hamburgers, but especially your fireworks, yes, what would it be? It wouldn't be the 4th if you didn't have your amateur, but professional, backyard firework guys out there, know? I heard some last night. I don't know if someone...
Tall Timbers was doing fireworks last night, yeah.
Yeah, boy, it sounded good. I was like, man, every year I want to go to them, but it's like everything else. It comes and it goes.
Yeah.
It's just in trying to keep up with who's letting what night theirs are.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard they put on a very nice show. So, but let us know what you guys got going on. Make sure you count your fingers. Hopefully you'll have the same amount when you come back with us. I am breaking out the pops, the little... those little ones you throw.
Yeah, little snap things, whatever they're called.
Yeah, Dawson, he likes those. So I got permission from my daughter. Can I bring them down? I might bring a couple other things too, just so he can see it. So, yes, and I'll show him the ins and outs of making sure that Roman candle's pointing the right way. Now, I think El Padre, as I go by, will make sure, we put him in the ground and all that. I don't want to teach him bad habits. He'll learn them soon enough. So.
I have discovered that those poppets are also fun if you take a handful of them and you throw them in the shower when your wife's in there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
I don't think I'll be trying that one. I don't know. How long are you allowed to stay in ICU? Is there a number of days on that one? Yeah, it might be a while before you see me again. I think I've got some gauze and everything. I could,
Yeah.
I got you, brother. You just let me know. I'll come visit. All right, friends. But what about you? What's your big plans for the weekend, for the 4th coming up? What's going on in your life? We would love to hear. You know why? Because weekends may come and go, but God's goodness does not take a day off. All righty then, a week has almost come to an end, friends. So let me ask you once again, what have you done this week to make a difference in God's kingdom? Not just what you accomplished, not what you survived, but how did you shine? Just like a little sparkler. The good old sparklers. Did you shine like a sparkler for Jesus in the middle of it all? And yes, the weekend is almost here. So go ahead, take a breath, stretch those shoulders. Whew, that feels good. May even crack that smile you've been hiding since Monday, because now it is time to saddle up, my friends, and hit that brand new weekend trail together. You can do this. You're almost there. God has carried you through another week. But guess what? He's not done with you. Not yet. So step into this weekend with faith. Step into it with joy. Step into it knowing that God still has purpose for you, even on your days off. Now, I got to say, it's kind of funny, Dave. You don't, not yet. And you don't have girls, so I don't know if your boys will go through this or not. But I remember going through it as a kid. Fads.
Yeah.
Now, Ellie's our youngest. She's a girly girl. But all of a sudden, and she's got an amazing friend. I just love this girl, Lizzie. Shout out to Lizzie. She comes to our youth group. She's a cowgirl.
Yeah.
Now Ellie's whole attire is like cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to her first line dancing Foursquare last night over at the Caddis Fair.
Okay.
And I was talking with her and Lizzie the other day, and now I love bull riding. J.B. Mooney, the man, the best ever. Here, she's a huge fan of him. I said, all right, if you're such a big fan of him, he's retired now. What's his entrance song? Bad to the Bone. I'm like, where did this kid come from? So she came down last night in her Ariat jeans and her big old buckle, and had her boots on. I told Carrie, well, she's going to have a hat pretty soon. But she came in last night and she was whipped. And she said, oh, Dad, my feet are killing me. I'm like, it takes a while to get used to cowboy boots. But and girls being girls, is this buckle too big? Is this buckle too small? I'm like, where'd you get the buckle? Oh, Mom got it for me on Amazon. I'm like, okay. So, it's just cute to see her going through this stage, which I am blessed because I'd rather her be a cowgirl any day than some of the other alternatives that she could choose from. All right. Here you go. We got any car buffs out there? There was a guy with a vintage Maserati sports car. He experienced a breakdown far from home. Now, this guy knew how to do the repair, but he needed parts. So he calls up all these auto supply parts stores. He calls garages, anything he could think of, any place to get parts. Nothing happened. Nobody had those. His responses range from Mazda what to, you got to be kidding me. And one guy just straight out laughed at him. Now, there was one last local place, a listing, that he could call. It was Victor's Garage. So he calls up Victor's Garage. Vic, said the guy, you are my last hope. Do you carry any parts for a 1982 Maserati? There was a long pause. Finally, Victor cleared his throat and said, well, yes, sir, he replied. Oil. All right, for Vic. Hey, at least he had the oil.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, today's thought. America was not built on fear. America was built on courage, on imagination, and unbeatable determination. Now, let me ask you something. And they did it because to do the job at hand. So my question is, do we still have that today? Harry S. Truman, by the way, on that one. But do we have that? Have we lost our imagination? Have we lost our drive to build things, to create things? Oh, entertainment, David. I'd say we got that covered.
Yeah.
What do we make anymore, America? What do we build? Where's our imagination? Where are kids building forts, repairing bicycles, playing war? Oh, now, come on, seriously. Don't jump on me on that one, okay? Did you ever play war growing up, David? Cops and robbers?
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys and Indians?
Yep.
Yeah. You learned how to do things. You learned how to build things. You learned hanging out with your dad in the garage. And as we discussed, you never learn where to put the light at. That's just, until you become a father. What do we make anymore? What do we do, America, other than create drama, chaos, and entertainment for all the world? But in the middle of all this, do you ever ask yourself, what does being a Christian American mean to me? A Christian American. Now, we have all kinds of ways to identify now. Oh, my goodness. We got a lot of ways to identify. How many of us identify as a Christian American? Now, me, I keep it simple. When you check your little boxes, I'm just a follower of Jesus. I'm not too concerned about denominations. Follower of Jesus. But as a Christian American, what does it mean to you, my friends? My friends, for those joining us from America, especially, let me just ask you that. What does being a Christian American mean to you? Now, for me, being a Christian American is both a blessing, but also a responsibility. It is a blessing because we live in a nation where for much of its history, people have enjoyed the freedom to worship God according to the conviction of their conscience. It is a responsibility because freedom is not something to be taken for granted, which we do. I do. It is something to be used wisely and faithfully. As a Christian, my highest allegiance is not to a political party, not to a flag or even a nation. My highest allegiance is to Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone. My faith, your faith, shapes how you and I view our country, our neighbors, and our responsibilities. Now, don't get me wrong. I love America. I don't how do I say this? I love America, but a lot of times I disagree with what our political movement is doing. And that's okay, because we all got opinions, right, David? Sure. We all got opinions, but I love America. Do I agree with everything America's done? No. But if we look at our own lives, we've all made mistakes, have we not? We've all had black areas, gray areas. We've not shined like we should shine. But in my world, that is called transformation. Ooh. Again, I love America, but I worship God alone. Being a Christian American means I am thankful for the liberties that generations have worked and sacrificed to preserve. Now, there's one for you right there. I know I've went off before, but are we teaching that to our children today? Are we teaching our history, the good, the bad, the ugly? Are we teaching about the hard work that has been put into this country, the sacrifice to preserve this country, to preserve our freedoms? I think of the men and women who have served this nation, the ones who gave all, their very lives, so that others could live this freedom that we have. Their sacrifices deserve our gratitude and our respect. But it also means recognizing, yes, that no nation is perfect. And trust me, America is far from perfect. Every country, including our own, and maybe for you viewers joining in from other countries, you can agree. We've all experienced moments of greatness along with moments of failure. As Christians, we should be grateful for what is good while also being willing to acknowledge and admit where we have fallen short. Love for our country should inspire us to seek what is right, not to ignore our shortcomings. Tuesday, we talked about Proverbs 14:34, but I want to reiterate this again. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. This verse applies to every nation, every nation. A country's lasting strength is found not only, yes, you have its economy, you have its military, you have technology, but also, more importantly, in the character of its people. What is character, David? How would you define character?
I would say character is how you act when nobody's looking.
Oh, yeah. Wow. How would you define America's character today? A little fishy?
Yeah, it's a little tattered. Yeah.
Yeah. My friends, how do you define America's character? Our friends from other countries, how do you find your own country's character? Now, all you have to do is get on social media, the news, and you can see the chaos throughout the world. But what about our own chaos in our own country? We seem to overlook that part because we're Americans. We're Americans. We're Americans. What has happened to our integrity, our justice, mercy, humility, and love? Here we go, love for our neighbors, which will strengthen communities and honor God. Where has that went, Americans, my fellow Americans? Being a Christian American also means living out our faith, your faith, my faith, every day. Not just on a Sunday morning, not just on a Wednesday night or a Bible study. It means loving my neighbor, your neighbor, caring for those in need, speaking of truth. And there's only one truth, my friends, and that is God's truth. But we need to speak it with grace, with love, praying for our leaders. And yes, as I said, even when we disagree with them. And here's one for you, working for peace and justice in our community. Working for peace and justice in your community, my community. Do we even do that? Is it so easy? How easy is it to jump on a bandwagon? Oh, did you see what President Trump said? Oh, that dirty, rotten, da-da-da-da-da. Or did you see what that Democrat said? Did you see what that tree hugger said? Did you see what, oh my goodness. We can go on and on with the name calling. We can go on and on with our hostile opinions. But let me turn the tables on you just for a moment, including myself. Ooh, I like that. Are you working for peace? Am I working for peace? Am I working for justice in my community? Are you working for justice in your community? The Apostle Paul wrote in Philippians 2:4, let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also the interest of others. Those words remind us that faith is not only something we profess, it is something we practice. Now, David, I don't golf because I know it takes a lot of practice. I would love to golf, but it takes time and it takes practice. Because I go out and I get so frustrated because that ball won't go where I want it to go. Yep. But it takes practice, true?
Right.
As a Christian, does it not take practice too, going through, setting up a routine, a time for your Bible, a time for prayer? It takes routine. It takes practice.
Yeah.
But if I would go out and start practicing golf, there is a chance I might become better, true?
Yep.
So in saying that, David, is there a chance that we as Christians, or we on the fence, if we would start practicing, making it part of our daily routine to start getting in his word, to have a time of prayer, to have a time of devotion, a time to work on ourselves before we go looking at other people's gardens, as I had mentioned earlier? Isn't that part of practice? Would we not become maybe a little bit better?
Yeah.
Being a Christian American means believing that true freedom is more than the absence of government control. True freedom is found in living accordingly to God's truth and loving others as Christ has loved us. And that's something I think we're so far removed, David. We weren't around back when Jesus walked the earth, right?
Nope.
So do we create this barrier in our own minds? Do we create excuses? That was long ago.
Right.
Jesus ain't walking here today. I believe he walks with us each and every day, right?
Yeah.
If we allow him to, if we ask him to. The freedom we enjoy are best preserved when they are accompanied by responsibility. Oh, there's a big one there. Virtue and compassion. Responsibility. Is that almost a lost world sometimes in a lost word in our country today? Think about it, my friends. Seems like we're always trying to buck our responsibility, always trying to blame somebody else. We act like children. How many times, David, you had a brother and sister, right?
Sure did.
Did you ever put it on them instead of you?
Absolutely.
Maybe we need to get them on here. Yeah, who doesn't? But we act like children. As adults, we shouldn't. But how many times do we look, well, or here we go. The devil made me do it. The devil didn't make you do anything. Now, he will tempt us. He will try to distract us. But at the end of the day, we have free will, which under that free will comes responsibility, comes virtue, comes compassion. Now, here's one I believe that one of the greatest privileges that we have is the freedom to share our faith openly. Openly. Again, thank God it hasn't happened here yet. But I can also see in some situations that news going around throughout the world. Many Christians face persecution for following Christ, for reading the Bible, for praying. Think about that. We don't have guns pointed at us. We don't have prisons. Now, you start reading more and more, David. It's happening. Other countries, but it's just getting closer and closer. Wake up, my friends. We should never take lightly the opportunity to worship, to pray, to read the Bible, and gather with other believers together in peace. Now, peace. David, I can get a little riled up, but there's a line, isn't there, between being riled up, passionate, and still being peaceful about it, right?
Yeah.
You can be peaceful, but be passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to add that in there a little bit. Being passionate through peace. Being convicted through peace. Speaking up through peace. Of course, the devil wants us to go out with our pitchforks and, like the old days, on the witch hunt.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you notice, David, that pastor here, I forget where he was at, dude threatened to rape his wife and kill his family? Mm-hmm. And he went over, got in the dude's face and, ended up beating him up.
Laid hands on him.
Yeah, and the guy laid hands on him. Okay, this will probably get me in trouble, but I don't see anything wrong with that. The man threatened the other man's family.
Yeah.
As a father, now you can agree or disagree, but I'm also the protector. Now, again, I wasn't there. And I don't know how bad, of course, the media can always blow stuff out, but to defend yourself, to protect your family. You can do it in a peaceful way, but it might be painful for the other guy too.
Right.
You know, I mean, as a man, just supposed to say, come on in. Here's my wife. Here's my kids. Do what you want.
I think you're supposed to, non-confrontational if you can, but I mean, if it comes down to it, I mean, you've got to defend your family.
Exactly. Now, again, you guys can agree or disagree, but that's how I feel in my heart. Now, again, I don't want to do any harm to anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody.
No, nobody does.
No, I'm not going out, and this man wasn't looking for a fight. But when you openly, and evidently there was some problems there with this man to begin with, would you rather take action and protect your family or go back, boy, I wish I would have? And again, the pastor didn't kill the guy, smacked him around a little bit. In the heat of the moment, we're all flesh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I'm all about peace and I'm all about doing it in God's way, but also being passionate. Let me ask you, if somebody broke into your loved one's homes, what would you do? Now, again, this man didn't break into their home, but he was threatening them. He was right across the road. What would you do? Men that are listening in, what would you do? Mamas, mama bears out there, grandmas, what would you do? Again, there is a fine line there, and also you could say there's a big line, but we can be passionate about how we love God, passionate how we love our neighbors, but also passionate to be the peacemakers, but also the protectors. Again, you can agree or disagree, but I would hate to face God and say, Jim, you let your family down. Not that you went out and killed somebody, not that you went out and did this, but you simply didn't protect because you were afraid of what people would say. Social media is going to find out regardless, right?
Yeah.
How many people probably, I know they filmed it. So again, and I know this is going way off, but in my heart, that really, and you see that pop up more and more where men, especially men, defending their families. Unfortunately, that's what our country has become today. Other countries, oh my goodness, they're so far past that, David. I mean, how many times has genocide happened in other countries? I mean, look throughout man's history.
Yeah.
Genocide. And is it possible, David, it starts by just one man not willing to step up and do what is right? One man not willing to step up and defend. Like a bully, right? You just let them keep going and going. They're going to take more and more. Has that become our church today? Has that become the American Christian today? And I'm not talking about going out and, again, getting in fights and this and that, but standing up with passion, with conviction, with love, and saying, no, I'm going to stand differently in this. I am standing up for the Word of God. I'm standing up for what I believe in, but I still love you. Isn't that sad, David, that we can't even share opinions. We can't even agree to disagree anymore.
It is.
You're a hater. You're this, you're that. Come on, guys. We can do better. As Christians, we are called to be the salt and light. We are not called simply to complain about our culture, but to make a positive difference within it. We influence our nation by living lives of integrity, serving our communities, caring for the vulnerable, and reflecting the love of Christ in both word and deed. In closing, being a Christian American, being a follower of Jesus means that I am grateful for my country, committed to my faith, and hopeful for the future. We pray for America, not because David and I believe it's perfect, but because we believe every nation needs God's wisdom and grace. So let us have a prayer. Let us say a prayer that we will continue to cherish liberty, pursue justice, care for one another, and seek God's guidance in all that we do. May we never forget that while we are citizens of this nation, we are also called to live as faithful followers of Christ, honoring him and how we serve our country and how we serve one another. Thank you for joining us. May God bless you, and may God grant wisdom, peace, and justice to our nation. Well, my friends, that just about does it for this Thursday, July 2nd, 2026. Halfway through the year, David.
It's crazy.
Any closing thoughts, comments before we wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, we were talking earlier about America and the kind of country we are. Have you seen any of the interviews from the people who have been visiting from other countries for the World Cup that's here?
I've heard different things.
Like they are just amazed. Like they had these preconceived notions that we're out there mowing the grass and shooting guns off, and maybe there's some people who do that.
Yeah.
But they don't want to leave. They love it here. Like everybody's so friendly. They say, and we look them in the eye and say, "How you doing?" And they're amazed at just how much clean water we have.
Right.
I mean, they're really getting their ideas of what they thought they knew are getting blown out of the water.
I did hear that their conception was a big misconception of America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and they love it here.
I sent David a video the other day of, and it showed a gentleman, patriotic, was shooting his guns to a song. And it was cool. I mean,
absolutely.
It really was. I was jealous because it's like, man, I wish I had those many. Now, again, that's my thing. We can talk about that on another episode or off air. But again, it was just cool how he did this. And of course, there was one comment, about, oh, you Americans and dude, number one, you're from another country. Until you come and experience it, until you come to see, you might be surprised. Like you said, it's not and I wonder where they get those ideas from. Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are still so blessed. And and like any country, there are good and bad people.
Yep.
In church, in schools, businesses, government, there's good and there's bad. It's the world we live in. It's the same world Jesus lived in. There was good and there was bad. How about you guys? Are you willing to make a difference? Remember this before we go. You have meaning, you have value, and most of all, you are loved. And never forget that God created you with purpose, and this world is better because you're in it. May God continue to bless you, guide you, strengthen you, and walk beside you through every moment of this day. And may you and I continue to thank our Lord above for all the blessings we so often take for granted, especially in this country. So wherever life takes you today, keep smiling, keep believing, keep on loving, and keep trusting God. And as always, remember this: if we meet again, well, then we will smile and rejoice together. And if not, then this parting was well made. Finger check. Brother Jim's got 10, and yes, thumbs included. Hopefully, after the 4th, you'll have the same amount. Thank you for joining Dave and myself here on Bible Bibs and a Prayer. Until then, happy trails to you until we all meet again in the presence of our Lord. God bless America and your country as well. And especially, happy birthday, America. Until next time, this is the Big Guy, Brother Jim.